And welcome back to A Wilder Mind. We're live.
Ooh, that was a good snap.
Hold on.
New cans, too.
Episode 3. Welcome to it. I went to I
Cheers.
I drank before the cheers, boys.
Cheers, sir. I got it.
Cheers.
You got to touch.
Got to touch.
There it is.
Cheers.
Pickerel on here. It's a pickerel.
I like these new cans. That means that summer's coming. It's fishing season.
Yep. Well, it's a good thing we started in with the football, because if we lead with hockey, we're going to get some viewers and listeners that are going to leave. Because you got to follow ESPN.
That hurts.
I love hockey, but it's the honest truth. For unfortunately, it's the greatest game. I would probably say it really is.
Yeah.
It is the greatest game. Team game.
It's hard.
Team game.
It's hard for people to follow on television. They don't necessarily understand some of the rules. The puck's really small. You can't see the players' faces. Like, I think there's some things like that kind of hurt the game a little bit. So I mean, I get it. But when you go see it live,
the locker room, it's unrivaled.
people go see that game live.
Oh.
And I'll never. You remember Langston?
Oh, yeah. That's great.
I'll never forget this story. We went back to Pittsburgh one time. We had a meeting with Dick's Sporting Goods, and David Langston, who used to at the time was running Hunter Safety System, was there with us.
Yeah, he was.
And we're like, David, we're going to take you to a Penguins game tonight. And he's like, what's that? And we're like, he's from Alabama. I'll give my best Langston impression. He's like, what's that? I said, well, it's the hockey team here in Pittsburgh. Hockey? It's like, man, isn't that like soccer just on ice? And I'm like, those are fighting words in the hockey world. So we end up going to this game, right? And he's all like, he's never seen a hockey game ever. And it was, I think, right in warm-ups, he's looking at these guys skating by, and we're right on the glass. Family section. These guys are skating by 6'4", 6'5", and he's like, holy hell, these dudes are huge. And then right on the first shift, I think, big hit right in front of him, just explodes, and he gets up out of his seat, and he just goes, golly bum, man. He's like, this is the greatest game in the world. Like, he was just losing it. Yeah. He's like, I've tried watching on TV, I just can't do it. He's like, but you see a hockey game in person? Yeah. He's like, it's crazy. I chewed a can and a half of Copenhagen snuff a day for 20-some years.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. In Dropped, we don't take anything with us, but you took 3 logs of Copenhagen.
And I took a carton and a half of cigarettes.
I mean,
literally. I mean, that's I was ripping darts. Those were like raft darts, which meant
the shitty part about that is I chewed every can of and I smoked every cigarette he had, because I would be in the back and I'd just be sitting back there
sucking in the second hand.
like back in the 80s when parents used to drive their kids to school and they'd just be in there just buffaloing it up.
Oh yeah.
I'd be on the front of the raft and I'd light a cigarette and I'd just be, just kind of enjoying it in case he'd go, sure, want to have a cigarette? Let's have a cigarette. Because he's in the back and it would just hit him right in the face every time. There was a time when we said, if we should get this moose, you need to have one.
I said, if we kill a moose tomorrow, I'll rip a pouch with you.
Yeah.
And like I'm a hardcore chewer.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't even with you.
No,
I would have never thrown the Copenhagen.
The snuff, the good stuff.
There's no way.
This was a grizzly.
I said, I'll rip a grizz with you if you kill a moose tomorrow. So sure enough, he lights a moose up at like 600 yards with a muzzleloader.
Did you shoot the first cow you saw? Never said it had to be a bull.
Longest shot I've ever made with a muzzleloader.
Longest ever in history with traditions back in the day. Yeah. So anyway, I'm filming and I'm getting we're caping and quartering. Give me one of them things, man. I'm sucking on that baby, and swallowed a little bit, spit a few. Yeah. Start getting warm. It's 35, 38 degrees. Man, I'm getting hot. It's hot. I take off the meat sweater, take it off. I'm down to my T-shirt. I'm getting hotter. And then all of a sudden, man, I think I got a shit. So I say, I laid down 8 minutes of caping and quartering. I'm dialed. I'm good.
He's got it.
I told myself I was good. I'm never good, but I was good at that moment. I said, I'm just gonna go over here in the willows real quick. Take a shit, curl up, take a nap. He finds me like 20 minutes later. He's like, and this is day 30 of our drop trip. So we have 0 in our bodies. Yeah. It's like anything that I take, it's going right to my blood. Yeah. I was shit-faced on a freaking brown pillow in the middle of the Yukon. How's that happen?
I would never forget. We caped and quartered. We packed it. We were getting ready to put it on the horse, and I go, I gotta see where JB's at. Go over. He's just curled in a bush. He's just
the fetal.
out. I said, hey, and he gets. He's like,
but I had when you woke me up, I had hypothermia because I was freezing at that point.
Freezing because he took off all of his stuff because he was so hot.
No, we had the chief hunter of the tribe of the Makushi down there, and then the actual chief himself. So I didn't realize this, but their hierarchy, there's actually two of. There's the chief hunter who provides for the village, and then there's the chief who just like hangs around and gets fat with all the shit the chief hunter brings into the village.
Yeah.
So, and the chief hunter wore a big jaguar claw around his neck, and that dude was so standoffish to me when I first got there, because our translator, Dudu, had introduced me to the Makushi as the Great White Hunter, which I don't know if that's where I've gone with that, but I show up there and this guy, exactly, right? This guy looks at me and he was like totally standoffish. I brought like a gift for him. I brought him a machete because I'm like, I mean, we'll bring some steel into this. Like they're gonna be happy, you know?
Yeah.
Yep. He was kind of like, yeah, whatever. And then he handed me a bow, and I'm like, what is happening right now? And he kind of like pointed over to this big palm leaf or whatever it was. And he's like, brr. And he obviously said a word. I don't know what that was. He wasn't a Neanderthal. He said something. But I went over, and so he hands me this bow, and this bow is, I swear to God, it's 6 feet tall. I have pictures standing with this thing.
So
it's like
big.
6 feet tall. And the arrow is every bit as long. So I go and I'm like, holy hell. And they want me to shoot this leaf.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, well, here we go. So I knock this arrow and I draw this bow back. It was probably about 780 pounds, I think was the poundage on this thing. So I draw it back and I get to my
elephant
far
gut.
enough. I let this thing fly and it goes right over top of the target. And I'm like, oh, I got this. Now I'm feeling pretty good. I'm like, I got this shit. So I look over and he's still mean mugging the shit out of me. So I knock the second arrow and draw back and give her a rip. Goes right through the center of the palm leaf. And this guy is like my best friend.
Yeah.
From that day forward.
Yeah.
Came up and he's like, big old bear hug. And the steel was all of a sudden good.
Yeah.
The machete I took him was awesome now. I don't know if you guys have seen this. So a guy in Ohio went out shed hunting and he found a human corpse.
Recently?
Yeah, like just the other day.
Oh.
Different kind of shed.
In Ohio, he went out shed hunting, and he came across a boot with a human foot still in it.
Just the Das Boot?
The boot, Das Booten, with the foot in the boot.
Just a boot.
Yep. So what's the story?
So, well, they're still uncut. Like it's literally
just happened.
Just happened, and it was in Ohio. And so the guy, I think it was two people. Two people went out to shed hunt, and they're walking through, and they're like, "Oh, what do we got over here?" There's a human. I found these remains, but the part that threw me off was the boot with the foot still in the boot. And so it's under investigation, and so keep your eye out.
What was the state of the human? Was he deteriorate? Like, was it from this year? Was it from years ago? Was this One-Eyed Willie?
I don't know.
Was this
Chester Copperpot?
Chester Copperpot?
No, they're still investigating right now.
Ohio's not a big mafia area, so they're not lopping off feet. So unless the Amish are getting nuts down there these days, but I mean, I don't know. That's crazy.
That's all I kept thinking is like that would be my luck because I'm training Kenai to shed hunt right now.
Yeah,
he'd come back with a boot in his mouth and a human foot, and I'd be like, I mean, come on, you're not a cadaver dog. Like, what are we doing here?
They do make those.
They do.